Yeah, baby. What's up? Orange Men Podcast. Dave and Clint, live from the bunker in Bethlehem. Coming at you with the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. As we see it, as we say it, whether you like it or not. How about them apples?
Sounds great. Sounds great. Sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, baby. Welcome, everyone.
Everyone.
To
the masses.
Yeah. Hey,
What's up?
so Joe Biden's got cancer now.
Right.
And
They just found it.
yeah.
Seems weird.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I'm gonna play this. Morning Joe had a doctor on,
Oncologist.
an oncologist.
Right.
Is that a butt doctor?
It's
No, that's a proctologist.
It's a cancer doctor.
Cancer of the butt?
No.
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 All right. Well, let's get into it.
All right.
Cut this a little bit short here.
It's very interesting.
It is. And I got some things I want to say
Samesies.
about it. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
All right.
You believe that it is likely, just for those just tuning in, you believe it is likely if this prostate cancer has spread to the bone that he could have had it for up to a decade, but certainly it's likely. Would it be fair to say it's likely to have had this for at least several years?
Can't hear you.
Oh, more than several years. You don't get prostate cancer.
So I just want to stop you. So this is not speculation. If you have prostate cancer that is spread to the bone, then he's most certainly, you are saying, had it when he was president of the United States.
Oh, yeah. He did not develop it in the last 100, 200 days. He had it while he was president. He probably had it at the start of his presidency in 2021. Yes, that I don't think there's any disagreement about that.
I saw it was an interview, I think it was on Fox, and they kind of poo-pooed it. They were talking to another oncologist who said that the treatment for that particular kind of cancer causes dementia. It's one of the side effects. Stumbling. Mental disorders like unaware, like not showing where you are and stuff like that.
Right, especially at an age of 80.
Right. So I tend to believe that this guy had it, and they knew he was suffering from it, and they knew he was suffering from the side effects of the treatment, and they tried to hide it.
Well, Dave, us being in PA here, how many times was Joe down in Delaware?
That's probably where he was getting his treatment.
There you go. Every 2 weeks or so, every third week, he was down there in Delaware, either at the beach house or the other house. We discussed it long before, like at those residencies, they did not have documented in and outs and who's on the schedule. And
right.
How else would you hide something along those lines? I mean, you just remember back, he'd be good for like a week talking, pretty coherent and stuff like that. And then towards the end of that first week, in the second week, he would start dwindling off, and then they would hide him, and you wouldn't see him. Then it'd be like, oh, Joe's on vacation again, or away, whatever.
Right. So it's funny because I guess it brings to my mind the question: is everybody fucking corrupt? Is there anybody we can trust?
No, I mean, not in this media. And it's funny, Scarborough's over here, like, you know, like, oh, you know, we how many clips did we play of him? Like, he's cogent. I don't want to hear that he's this or that. And
he's
then,
the best Joe Biden's ever been.
Exactly.
The best version of Joe Biden.
Yeah. Whenever that tall clone came out that was Joe Biden, you know what I mean? Part of me thinks, like, because Joe came out a couple of times in the past 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and he was talking some shit. Oh, I probably would have won. And then it's like, you know what? We need this guy to shut up. And again, what are they going to do? Oh, Joe has terminal cancer, and he's going to fight, but time to shut him up and get him out of the picture.
Bye-bye, Joe.
Honestly, that's my feeling.
Doing.
That seems like a way that they would do it. Like, time to get him out of here. He's, whatever. Jill's made enough money. She can run, she can keep the family going.
There's another one that should be in jail.
Yeah, I just think they're done with him. His time has ran its course, and you know what? Now they can turn around and be like maybe like you just said, like, well, he was making a lot of these decisions because of his cognitive ability, and he was behind the scenes taking these medicines and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's all the more reason why I think he wasn't running the government.
Wow, that's clear. I mean, especially with the auto pen stuff that they were talking about that's come out, and Trump's again trying to push that, and like, let's see people held accountable, and then we know we're never going to see something's actually moving.
It's just going to be talk.
And as a president,
that's all it ever is.
As a president and the vice president, I mean, I think I saw his last prostate exam was in 2014.
Right.
I mean, the guy was
they talked about. Right.
Yeah, the guy. I mean, he was a senator, he was a congressman, or whatever. As a senator, then he was the vice president, and then he was the president. And all that time, like,
and he didn't need a colonoscopy to detect this kind of cancer. Could have did that with the finger plunge.
Yeah, well, it's probably a scan or something like that. Yeah. But for it to get to metastasize to the bone like that, like they're saying, like,
it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, that's not. I don't even think the juice does that. It's not that quick.
Yeah, right.
With the turbo cancers.
Right. So what do you think they're going to do in, I don't know. I mean, you think they got any shot at the midterm the way they're going now?
I don't. I think, it's kind of what we were talking about earlier. I don't know. I just don't know who has juice on their side. And I think this is I know this is one of the reasons why I believe Trump and the team, this administration's trying to get all this done fast. I know, like, the big, beautiful bill stuff and the no tax on tips, overtime, Social Security.
Do you know every Democrat voted no on that?
I know, and it's weird. I mean, I get it, because if it was the other way around, then I guess we would see, but we would, certain things like, oh, well, they didn't, like the border bill last year that they were trying to say, and it's like, well, what's in the border bill? Oh, all this other stuff that's unnecessary. And all right, I respected the Republicans for standing their ground in solidarity and voting against that, but it was Trump. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't make sense. Like, this is for the American people, and it's not just like you just hear these clickbait articles and clips on the mainstream news, like, you know what I mean, the 11 o'clock, the 10, whatever. David Muir's spitting out this stuff, and it's you're talking about a little snippet of not even the real truth of the situation in the bill. Right. And I seen, like, I don't know, I think, like, he wants that done and signed by July 4th. Whether it gets done or not, who knows? I mean, like we talked about earlier, it was passed in the House. It's going to go back to the Senate. Is the Senate going to play games and go, well, here's what we want you to work on, and then it goes back to the House, and then, like, before you know it, it's fucking September, and they're still kicking it back and forth, like the same thing they do with, like, the funding of the government. You know what I mean? Like, well, we'll just stamp it for 90 days and we'll re-look at it again, and in the meantime, taxpayers are getting screwed because we're paying out the ass for all this unnecessary stuff. Well, I mean, we've been saying shut the government down since 2018. Like, yeah, do it. Let them shut down. Right.
No one's going to suffer. I mean, you're probably better off if the government shut down.
So it's just, it's just one more thing.
I thought it was funny. They did a poll of Democrats and they selected their number one leader. Do you know who was number one in the poll?
Was it AOC? She's got like 28% of the vote.
AOC by a.
And I don't.
Not by a nose, by a long shot.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, you show. I mean, it's the same thing. I seen, like, people doing the geofencing data from, like, these when Bernie and AOC were doing their things, and we got 35,000 people here, and they're like, no, it was really like, all right, 12. And then the guy's like, well, out of those 12,000, 8 of them were at this location, 8 of them were at that location. Like, it's the same people. You're just bussing around, making it look like you got some juice. And I don't think the people are falling for it. But again, getting back to like,
well, the libs are.
Nah, it's only a certain amount. It's a small. I don't mean a certain amount. It's a small percentage.
Well, she's not gonna thrive nationally.
No.
I mean, she's probably got the.
She doesn't even have that because the people in her own district were fucking yelling at her 2 weeks ago when she was in there and she was like, I got to go. Like, could you imagine? All right, let's say it's AOC and Vance at the debate stage. He's going to smoke her. If he's, if he ends up being like, she has no shot. She's a fucking dope. And nobody's falling for their dumb talking points. Like what happened with Kamala. Like, you're bringing up shit that nobody cares about. Everybody's a Nazi, but yet we're patting Don on the back and we're smiling and shaking hands. Well, which one is it? This is the most hated guy in America, or, well, he won, so we got to suck it up and we're all cool and friends. Like, make up your mind.
Well, it's funny. Everything that Trump's doing is what these libtards have been pushing for years.
Yeah, I know.
And just because it's Trump,
Well,
they have to go against it. But is that going to work for them?
Well, it's like the big pharma. Like, no, you're taking profits from pharma now that you're making everybody pay the same as they pay overseas. Like, are you fucking nuts?
Right. I mean, they're the ones that have been talking about making the rich pay their fair share.
Yeah.
And then when you finally make them pay their fair share, can't steal profits from the pharmaceutical companies.
Right.
It hurts everybody else.
And all these clowns were all excited and cheering on Mangione when he blew, when he shot the guy in New York, and now he's
crazy.
like a folk hero. And then it's like, well, wait, Trump's trying to take profits out of farmers' hands. No, we can't have that. We need them to like Occupy Wall Street was like these people. And now it's like, well, no, we want Wall Street to win and we want pharma to win and anti-establishment. No, we want the establishment to keep going. And
that's where the money is.
It's a small percentage. I think you have I don't know anymore, man, because we just had these votes in Philly and they voted for Krasner again.
No way.
Yeah, he won the Democratic nomination. And it's like, I saw the other two the one guy, he's running and he's like, I'm going to fight against Trump. And he's got like this cartoon. And I'm like, dude, just leave Trump out of it and say what you're going to do
for Philly,
for the community. Like,
right.
Here's what Krasner does. He kicks these guys back out on the streets. And that's why crime doesn't go down and it still continues. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to allow that. I'm going to hold the people that do these crimes and whatever it is, I'm going to hold them accountable. But you're so worried about getting votes.
Right. Well, that's the funny thing. Every Saturday morning, my wife and I sit down in front of the TV, have our coffee in the morning, and every Saturday morning, someone is shot in Philadelphia.
Right.
Somebody's shot and killed. And it's just a repeat. It's like watching the same thing over. It's Groundhog Day every Saturday.
Right.
And nothing ever changes.
Nah, the mayor's changed, the governor's changed,
But we're still killing each other.
The police commissioner changes, and this one's gonna do better. That one's gonna be the person.
Nobody does
she's
shit.
the one. She's gonna turn and clean it up, and it never happens. What's frustrating is that, especially in like the Republicans don't do a good enough job, like, promoting in these inner cities. And I'm not saying they'll get votes, and that's probably why they don't do it, because they know it's going to be a waste of money.
Right.
So why allocate funds to a situation that's probably going to be a losing cause when they can put money into a race that's close or somebody else that's trying to take over a Democratic spot? So I get it, and I certainly understand it, but it's, you're not, some of these Democratic strongholds within these inner city communities probably just need a new voice or a new face and go, listen, I know you got to be tired of what's going on in your community, and why not try?
And what do you got to lose? I mean, it can't get any worse.
No, exactly. Like, and again, it's, one senator, one district attorney. Like, there was no Republican running in Philly for a district attorney. Like, they didn't even, like, nobody was even worried about it. And there's no guarantee that, you know, that guy would have won. That's what I mean. Like, chances are you're probably not going to win, but if nobody's even trying, like, there was, I don't think there was any Republican mayors, like, running in that race. And it was, you know, I went to.
When was the last time Philly had a Republican mayor? I
don't know, was it Rendell? But he even said he was.
He wasn't right. He wasn't Republican.
You sure?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The only good Democrat they had in the city was Rizzo. that was a long time ago.
Yeah, crumb bums. Well,
we cleaned up this freaking city, though.
No, I know. And listen, it's
can't have that.
No, you can. It just, I mean, even now, like, I think I mean, you go down to, you know, that Kensington area, that block's getting smaller and smaller. And Northern Liberties, which was Fishtown and all that other stuff, is starting to, you know, push out into the, you know, more and more into that. And they got all these, you know, these high-rise
condos.
High
complexes,
yeah, that are all just booming up. They're taking out, you know, they're just rehabbing all these old factories or these old apartment buildings and just making them, you know, $3,000, $4,000 a month condos, and everybody, you know, they're down there, so people are doing it.
Yeah, I mean, you could be safe for like 3 square blocks. But
well, yeah, that's what I mean.
You step out of your zone, you're done.
Wow,
you're in trouble. Yeah,
when you see like the people actually walking upright and stuff, you're like, oh, look at all these whites down here having a good time, enjoying life, and then it's like, here's where the line is. Here's where the barrier. You could see like where the trash starts to build up, and it's like, all right, there's the line. But I don't know. I think in the midterms, I mean, I hope we can keep it rolling. I hope people are willing to step up even more in some of these places that, you know, we can. I mean, everybody, look at all the Democrats that are pissed at Fetterman because he's like, I want this to happen.
Right.
Like, he's worried. He's actually worried about the people from his little small town in Pittsburgh and the state of PA, which is I thought I would never say.
I know. It's weird.
Because when he was running, I'm like, I mean, he's better.
He's got some moniker of common sense, so.
Yeah, it seems like he's a little bit more this not like fully on board with what Trump's doing, but he's also like, I mean, the American people and the people of Pennsylvania deserve this to happen. Like,
right, but he did talk. He was a lefty.
No, I know.
You know, during the debates and.
Well, maybe he pulled the wool over their eyes and everybody voted for him. And they're like, shit.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Mr. Carhartt in fucking basketball shorts is getting the job done. But I don't know what races we have coming up in 28 for the House here. I mean, obviously we got the 2 senators, McCormick and Fetterman, so those guys are in bed for, you know, the next till what, 30? You know what I mean? Like, At this point, I mean, what was Fetterman, 22? So, I mean, he's good until 28 with his little 6-year term. And McCormick, I mean, I haven't heard anything from him since he's been in either.
No, he's been quiet.
So, and I don't know, like, I think that's why the big push that Trump is having with this administration to try to get as much done as they can before 2028 or 26.
Right.
So if they can get a lot of this stuff done in a year and a half, and it actually, like, you know, let's say the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, your Social Security not being taxed.
You might hold the House and Senate then.
Some of the stuff that, you know, maybe they start deportations a little bit quicker. People are getting more money in their pockets. You know, gas prices actually stay down. Like, I see them, you know, one day they're $2.89, the next day they're $3.05. Like, I don't understand. Like, I'm an idiot, but I don't understand how you go, like, you know, 20 cents and from one day to the next. And it's not like I'm, you know, it's the same gas station. So
smart. I'm not dumb. I'm smart.
They're playing that game. You know, food prices, I guess, are down. You know, eggs. I'm not worried about the price of eggs. Let's get more money into people's pockets. And I read the tax for tips or not the tax on tips because I'm not worried, but the tax on overtime. I'm not even sure how that's going to work. I don't even know how it's working. Like, the way I read it was they're still going to take out for your Social Security and what's the other one? Medicaid. So they're still going to be taking those taxes out for that.
No federal tax.
Yeah. Well, whatever it is.
Yeah, there's a federal tax and there's Social Security tax and there's Medicare tax.
Yeah, so the federal tax, but then it was like, well, you will be able to deduct it up to $20,000. So, like, I don't know.
Well, they shouldn't be taking any money.
Are they going to be giving out $20,000 checks every April? If that's the case, then they'll definitely get it. Like, if you're going to tell me I'm getting a $20,000, up to $20,000 check for dual income, you know, if you file jointly, I mean, a lot of people are going to be like, all right.
I'll vote for you.
But there's a lot of people, you know, I hear a lot of people that are salary, kind of like yourself, and other people are like, well, that doesn't help me. All right, I understand that too. I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm not saying you.
Complaining. I mean, I'm
saying like people that probably on par with the people that are making the overtime money, that are probably salaried, maybe making $5,000 more, and it's like, well, fuck. But the way I read it, it's still confusing.
I know when I first went salary, everybody working hourly made more money than me because they got a shit ton of OT.
Yeah.
And I had to spend the hours there just as long as they did. It's painful.
More or less watching them like, damn it.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. But if we don't win these midterms, it's going to be a disaster. There's going to be impeachments. It's going to be impeachments.
Yeah, the Senate, I don't know. Again, I don't know what races are coming up. So, I mean, like, who took over J.D. Vance's senator role? You know what I mean? Like, who got that seat? I don't even know. I mean, not that I was paying attention to Ohio, but.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know, what's his name? Ramaswamy's looking to run for governor there. I mean, that might, Mike DeWine, maybe he beats him, I guess, or whoever else is running. I don't know. I mean, is the Republican Party going to put money into him to win? Do they want somebody? Do they want a voice like that as a governor?
Who, Ramaswamy?
Yeah.
I don't see why not.
But then
he's a man of color.
Right. I don't know. I think, yeah, I mean, the House is still pretty narrow, so, and you have a lot of guys. I think there was like 4 or 5 of them within the House. Just they voted present, but they didn't vote. So that's why it was a lot closer than it should have been.
Republicans voted present.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a problem too.
Oh, because, I mean, I get some of it. I get. I mean, you got. I don't know.
Yeah, but you got a shot right now. But some of the stuff they're complaining about is kind of stupid.
Right.
I mean, I know you're trying to do more for your district. I get that, but just put this stuff through and let it play out. I mean, because that's what the Democrats do.
That's everything they do. Oh,
yeah.
You'll see what's in it when you sign it.
They're across the board 100% every time. They don't quabble.
No, and I think that too. Like, that's what I mean. Like, they got some Democrat that voted for the bill. So obviously, like, they're like, well, it does like. Everything just can't be like so one-sided. Like, oh, my side, your side. I mean, right. And again, it's like we were saying. Like, how does that help the American people? Like, just write single standalone bills. Like, here's the bill for no tax on overtime. Sign it, yes or no. Like I was telling you about the lady from Nevada, the senator. She got it done. No tax on overtime, yes or no. Just one page. That's all it needs to be.
Right.
Yes or no. Send it to the desk. Like, limit the IRS. Yes. Get rid of income tax altogether. Sure. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Do
that. Or, I mean, I don't know. I know he was talking about a flat rate, 12%, but, I mean, I don't know.
But nothing's going to happen.
I just feel like, agreed. I just feel like the money, like, just look, like, I don't even know. Like, all these houses they're building and stuff like that. Like, who's, like, these younger kids they're not going to be able to afford it. Like, how are they affording a $400,000 house? Maybe 1 or 2 when they get out of college, they actually have some decent jobs, but most of them aren't getting work in what they were doing. And
no, well, most of the college is a scam. Most of the degrees are shit. You know, you're not going to get a good job with a liberal arts degree and DEI degree.
I mean, with all the AI doing stuff too, like how much of these jobs are going to be in demand in 5 years? You know what I mean? Like,
well, they'll probably be in
proofreading,
demand.
copywriter. You know what I mean? Like lawyers. Who's going to write up my lawyer's briefs? I'll just have fucking Grok do it or Chat GPT. You know what I mean? Like they can do it now. Like people are writing papers in high schools and colleges. Like. Now you have to have a program to figure out in high school. They have a program that figures out whether or not it was AI written or the person did it. Like
right.
That's how so the kids aren't even learning. They're just bullshitting their way through school at this point.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't send my kids to college unless it was for a doctor or a lawyer.
Right.
So, you know, an engineer or something like that. But
yeah, with some of the stuff you're going to need, but
accounting maybe.
Like I seen robots that are doing drywall. You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's not like a man robot. It's like a arm, and he puts it up, and it's like.
Really?
Yeah. It's not like a guy that's like an actual like, hey. It's like it's like a little like the bomb squad robot that they have, but it has like a big arm, and it just suction cups the drywall, sticks it up, and it's like.
Well, that's pretty cool.
And I seen.
I would like that.
They got they got a roofer robot now. Like I seen it do that. It strips it and redoes it as it's going along.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So like those jobs, like I'm safe. Are you? Are we? You know, painters. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's a robot that can paint too if they got one that can drywall. It's probably a lot more efficient.
Interesting.
It's just I don't know. I don't like the Democrat, especially. Again, it's everything. Trump's getting it. Trump's gonna he's actually pushing to get this stuff done. And again, like we said earlier, like he doesn't have another term to run for. So just just make it as chaotic as possible. And most of us are going to be like, yes, we agree. Yes.
Yeah, I'll take a little bad with mostly good. It doesn't have to be perfect.
No.
I already know it's going to be better than what we have now. But, you know, I just don't know how you get rid of the corrupt people when nobody wants to get rid of them.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, that's the biggest problem. Quite frankly, it doesn't matter what kind of government you have, whether it's Marxism, communism, socialism, capitalism, whatever ism you want to pick, it doesn't matter. Anyone would work if the people are not corrupt.
Right.
But everybody's fucking corrupt.
Well, it's like you were saying, like you said it earlier with the Diddy thing. Like, I mean, even these politicians, they get in power. You know what I mean? They thrive off of it. Now, I'm not saying all of them, obviously.
Right, but there ain't enough good ones.
Yeah, and the ones that are good, they're overwhelmed and sucked into doing what. Well, the majority of these people are doing this, and if I vote against no, I'm going to look like an asshole to maybe not the party, but to certain other people. Like, hey, why didn't he vote for it if all these other people did?
Well, I think everybody gets in and they get bought off. That's what I think.
I don't know as much.
Like, hey, I got the money now.
I don't know as much now. I think like a lot of these guys, like the Mitch McConnells, the Lindsey Grahams. Like I looked up Lindsey Graham. I don't know if we talked about this before, but I looked him up. Like he was a House of Representatives for South Carolina before he became the senator. So that dude's has no other job other than being in Congress in Washington, D.C. since he was like a young man. And it's like, and there's other ones like that. You just don't realize who they are because they're like sitting in the seats behind everybody, just chilling, like
quiet, collecting their paycheck.
Yeah, they don't speak up. They're like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to keep quiet." And
well, you look at all the stuff that Doge uncovered,
right?
And you wonder who's benefiting from that. Where's the end game? Where's that money actually going? Who's actually getting a hold of that?
Right.
And you know who it is.
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, that's where I was going with. Like, for how long? Like, just the taxpayers in general. Like, the taxes keep going up, but like, it's not like you're. I I mean, your life is what you make it. I'm not going to bitch about that, but it's not like your lives are getting better.
Right.
Like our taxes and like the infrastructure is shitty here. You know what I mean? Like I don't even like it's terrible. Like I could see if we had the roads were perfect and great and the trash was picked up and everybody's neighborhoods were nice and clean and I can't
even get my internet to stop going out.
And that's what you need Starlink. You need Starlink. And that's what our money was going to, but it's not. It's going to some village in the Amazon that's working on transgender surgeries, but they're really not because nobody's there to, hey, where's that money gone?
It's going to some fake MG, what is it?
NGO.
Some fake NGO.
And then it's getting kicked back.
Yeah.
To multiple people. It's not just one congressman or a House member or whatever.
To the politicians.
It's some, it's going somewhere. And I seen AOC going, you can check my stuff. Like, all right, well, you probably had, somebody's probably taken you under their wing and was like, hey, listen, here's how you do it.
She's got an offshore account.
Yeah, that's
all
what I mean.
The money's going in it.
Yeah.
So say what we want you to say. And it's basically, we'll keep the government divided. We'll keep the people divided.
Right.
And then we'll continue to prosper. And
we'll give them
no one's coming to save us.
Like even I seen Charlie Kirk, which I do like him, but I seen him say like, well, wouldn't you want the Dodge dividend check of $5,000? No, I would like to have all my money.
Right.
I don't want a one-time $5,000 thing.
Right. I want to keep what I earned.
I want to or give me back all my money since I've been 40.
Since I started paying, yeah.
Well, whatever.
Since you started stealing from me.
Yeah, like when that's what I was saying. Like at what point did it get this bad? You know what I mean? Like I know we went off the gold standard in 1971 and went to
when you put a frog in the water and slowly turn up the heat. That's what they've been doing to us.
Right.
They didn't drop us into boiling pot so we'd all go, hey, wait a minute, that's not happening. They put us in and they turn it up slow and they gradually increase it little by little every year. And we didn't know what hit us.
Like, I know Doge uncovered, $1.2 trillion in, like, the first month and a half. And it's like, all right, well.
Now what?
Where's that money? Where's it going?
Right. Well, the Democrats are suing to keep all these things going.
Right. Like, they don't want the American people. Why?
But half the Republicans are cheering the Democrats on.
Well, yeah, behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, yes, keep
it going. Keep it going. We don't want to lose that. It's a fucking shit show.
It's frustrating for sure.
Yeah. But anyway, just keep doing what we're doing.
Right.
And take care of yourself. Do the best you can.
As the guy said, nobody's coming in. I don't need anybody to save me, but I can maybe use. We could all maybe use a little help.
Yeah. I mean, just
let's go.
Just level the playing field a little bit. I don't need to be a millionaire.
Yeah, I worked my ass off. You know what I mean?
We should have something for the hard labor that we put in.
Right.
We ain't asking for much. Just leave us alone. That's pretty much it. You stay out of our pockets and stay out of our lives, we'll be fine.
Well, I think it's going to need a whole new overhaul and revamp, and hopefully, I don't know that Trump is going to be the guy to do it.
Well, he's the closest one, but I don't know that.
I hope.
You know, I don't know if that anybody after him is going to be able to carry the torch.
My hopium is that he does, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen. And I would love to see more.
I'd rather roll the dice with Trump than with Biden.
Or Kamala or anybody on the Democratic side. But I would just want to start holding. Let's listen. Let's see some accountability on some of these people that have caused chaos in the world.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Can't be that hard.
Apparently, it is.
A couple of heart attack guns and that guy died suddenly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm all for it. George Soros died suddenly.
He will not be missed.
Sadly.
Evil. Pure evil.
Right.
All right, man. All right.
Hit the links. Let's get us out of here.
That's it?
Great job. Oh, I mean, whatever.
Okay. All right, man. It's good seeing you this weekend.
Yeah, you too, sweetheart.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody.
Yes.
And don't forget.
Remember what it's all about.
Yeah. And that's it.
So long, gay boys.